We're out here in Block 9, end of harvest, October the 28th. Almost couldn't be later than this. Picking your Cabernet that's going to go into that famous Barrister Bacchus Cabernet Sauvignon, vintage 2010. Could be one of the best. Well, today we've got about probably 45 people because we're going to try to pick about 50 tons by hand with the crews. A lot of people have waited towards the end of harvest, you know, to get fruit just the way they want it, and we've got Cabernet here that's, you know, it's like everybody else a little bit on the late side. So it's all coming to an end at the end, and we'll pick about 40 tons of the machine today for Hogue Cellars, and about 50 tons for you and about 5 other wineries, Long Shadows and FSD. And so it's going to be a good day, and it's not going to rain, and there we go.
Well, Josh, the wait is finally over. Yesterday we brought in our fruit from the Bacchus Vineyard from Block 9, which is just a great block. It was planted in 1972. So we're just excited about this fruit. We're real concerned early on, just because of the cool growing season. But this weather has allowed us to have a lot of hang time. So this is a year where I think we've got great flavor development without having to deal with the high alcohol. We brought in 8 tons this year, which for us is about twice as much as we've ever brought in from Bacchus. So we're excited about that. It's a wine that it really is catching on with our fans. Now that the fruit's here, what we do is we de-stem and we crush the fruit. As you've seen, we have our workers up on the bin dumper, and they're sorting out the leaves and the raisiny grapes, anything that we don't want to end up in the wine. They're sorting out so that only the best grapes are ending up going into the mix. So the grapes are being de-stemmed and crushed outside. When we crush them, it's a corrugated roller that we can adjust, and we try to put it so that adjust it so that the grapes are just kind of kissed and pop open. We don't want to crush the grapes hard so that so that we're extracting unnecessary tannins from the skins. So the grapes are crushed, and they're brought inside, let them cold soak for 24 to 48 hours to let the skins start to leach out from the skins, to let the color start to leach out from the skins. At that point, we'll add the yeast in. This year, we'll use 4 different types of yeast for the different bins. Each of them emphasizing something different. One just to get it through fermentation. One yeast emphasizes the aromatics. One yeast emphasizes the mouthfeel, and another cuts down on the production of hydrogen sulfide, which is a gas that we really and an odor that we don't want in the wines. So we use those 4 different yeasts. It'll sit on the skins fermenting for 7 to 10 days, at which point we'll press it off and it goes into barrel. I just can't say enough about the volunteers we have helping us. As a small winery, we really just cannot afford to pay laborers to do all the work that's necessary during crush. So we have this loyal cadre of volunteers who come time and time again. They help us with crushing, they help us with de-stemming, with bottling, with racking, with everything that goes on at the winery. We have just a loyal group of volunteers who help us for everything. As you can see up on the stand today, we have another winery owner, we have a retired military officer, we have a psychologist, and a retired administrator. So we have this amazing cadre of people who come and help us time after time, and we just couldn't